Okay, so in today's video, we are going to talk about how to detach from love. And this is for my unconditional lover girlies who loves the idea of love, loves falling in love and love to love everyone. And you just are a hopeless romantic and you love to love. Okay, the idea of love feels exciting to you. So I have written down all the points that you need to know. It's a bit messy, but I'm going to break it down for you so you can quickly recap them and get it drilled inside your head. Okay, because it's gonna help you for the rest of your life. So, first, lesson number one, do not chase, attract. By this statement, we do not mean that you need to act cold, distant, or like you are emotionally avoidant person. You know how those people, for example, these days say that when you are, dating a guy, you need to be like, do not give too much, do not share everything, you know, don't overgive your love and attention to him, or you can say, do not invest in him emotionally, stay detached, act you like you're a nonchalant person. Okay, so that is not how you are going to attract love, because that is going to work in the opposite direction and you are going to get more attached to that person rather than that person getting you know attached to you, or not attached really but chasing you. It doesn't, energy doesn't flow the other way around. Okay, you need to let this person come to you. And how you can do that is learn how to give love from a place of detachment. Okay, I'm tripping over my words, sorry for that, but anyways, so what do you mean by giving love from a place of detachment? It simply means that you are not attached to that person. See love as a feeling, not as an outcome. Okay, because ask yourself these questions: do you really like this person and hence you want them to chase you, or do you like the feeling that this person gives to you? Because there is a big difference between someone who truly loves you and someone who loves the feeling that you give to them. Do you get it what I'm trying to say? So anyways, by this what I mean is, you can see that, you know uh, you if you really want this person, fine, you love them truly and not just the feeling that they give to you. Now ask yourself, can I already give myself that feeling even with or without that person in my life right now? Ask yourself. Okay, because you will find that the answer is yes. More often than not, you can yourself give you the feeling of being loved and taken care of, and what that looks like to you. What does love looks like to you? How does love feel to you? Not in regards to that other person, but in regards to you. How do you want to be loved? Are you really showing up for yourself and loving yourself the way you want that person to love you? Because if not, you need to start loving yourself the way you want to be loved in life, for then for you to attract someone from outside that also loves you the same way that you are loving yourself. Because the universe is just a reflection, it's a mirror, and it can only give to you what you are putting in yourself. Okay, so make sure that you are loving yourself first and putting yourself first no matter what. And step number 2, moving on to lesson number 2 now. Do not put love on a pedestal. Okay, love is it's not something that gives value to your life. You are the one that adds value in regards to love in your life. See it as that. Okay, so what you will do here is put yourself on a pedestal, not any other people from outside, not any external outcome, not any idea of love, no, not any future, not any potential in someone. You're not holding on to any unfinished project, or you can say people's unfinished businesses and their life problems as your job to fix or deal with. You're not doing that. Okay, so when you do this, you do not feel the attachment, the need to stick around people who have all of these problems and issues within themselves that they probably need to heal and work on. So now you love and accept people for who they are truly and not for what you want them to become. Here you are changing the game. This becomes the game changer. Okay, because now you're not putting that person on a pedestal, but now you see yourself in a high value, in a high regard. So what happens here is, when you are holding yourself in a high regard and you are choosing yourself and putting yourself first, even if this person starts acting or behaving in a way that does not truly feel like this person loves you at this point, okay, you won't feel the guilt or the need to stick around with this person out of any attachment, loneliness, fear, or anything. Okay, any of those feelings that I've mentioned, loneliness, attachment, or fear. It's either one of these feelings that will make you bound and attached to a person that is not healthy for you, that is not going to take you anywhere in life, and that is not also in alignment with you. Okay, so what happens here is, now when you are holding yourself in a high regard, you will automatically and inevitably attract someone from outside that also loves you the same way you love yourself, right? Because the universe, again, it's a mirror. So when this true love does comes in, you do not see it as a reward or as a prize that you're getting for finally, working so hard on yourself and like literally loving yourself. It shouldn't feel, loving yourself should not feel like it's a performance. First of all, you're not doing it because of others, to attract others or to attract better. No, you are also doing it for yourself. Attracting better people or better places and situations is just a byproduct of the whole process of love. Okay, of love in your life, of loving yourself in your life. That's just a bonus, you know, just an addition. So when this person now who truly loves you does arrive in your life, you can love them without any expectation of getting it back in return. That keeps you detached. Okay, because this person has now just become an addition, a bonus to who you have already become from inside. That divine, sacred, you know, um, loving, feminine, or you can say woman from inside. Or if you are a divine masculine, then divine masculine. Okay. So whoever it is, it's, this video is not gender specific. So I'm just talking in the sense of love and how divine true love works. Okay. So, yeah, what is the third lesson? Now, moving on to the third lesson, okay? Another thing you need to remember before moving on to this third lesson, I want you to very clearly write it down that potential without action means nothing. Someone's consistent action over time will truly reveal to you at the first that this is who this person is truly, that is their nature, their character, their behavior, their habits. This is their lifestyle. Look at the people this person is surrounding themselves with. If they are surrounding themselves with people who are disrespecting, toxic, and all that, you're pretty much, you know that you're going to get the same thing. You're not going to be loved any different kind of way. So make sure you're choosing the right one, the right guitar, and not the, strong guitar. Because no matter how much you try to fine tune it and fine tune the guitar and, sharpen it or try to, mold it, it's not going to change. So at the end, what matters is action over words. Now, coming into lesson number 3, right? Be yourself is the worst advice that anyone has ever given, especially in terms of love and also in terms of you improving yourself in life, because being yourself is not enough. Okay, that's a that's not a great advice. I'm not saying it's a toxic advice. If it was toxic, then I would want you to follow it, because a lot of you people have been too good. You have been too good for too long for people who do not really deserve it from you. And you need to stop being good to people who are bad to you, first of all. Then you can just be yourself and be whoever you want to be with this person. But here in this context, what I'm trying to explain, let me break it down, okay? Just do not be focus on being yourself, but focus on who do you need to be in love for yourself. Okay, who do you want to become in terms of love in your life for yourself? Become the person who would nurture yourself and put yourself first without any guilty, without any explanation, without any apology. No in itself is a clear and very respectful boundary. Okay, if something is not aligned, no, it's a whole sentence, it's a clear answer. You don't have to go and over explain as to why. Now, I will explain this to you. People, there are certain people in your life that would feel upset, or they would project their insecurities and jealousy onto you when you put yourself first. Notice this happen, okay? In general, not just in love and relationships, men can be very much sometimes toxic and jealous of you, and that's why they will try to, suppress that woman's light, that divine femininity, and try to put that woman in their masculine side more, wherein the woman is running around, chasing after the man, and the whole energy balance dynamic is imbalanced, and it's not going anywhere. So the whole thing is getting toxic, okay? But what happens here is, when a man is jealous like that, he will try to, stop you from your success, from your growth, from you putting yourself first, and your health, and your, you know, goals and dreams in life first. This person will try to hold you back from your dreams, from your goals, from you, becoming more successful, powerful, because this person does not want you to realize your worth. Most often than not, men already know your worth. They are just watching, waiting for you and observing you. If you do really know it, or you are going to play the long game with this guy and let him, you know, stab on you, play with your emotions, or keep on running this game, video game kind of. Love is not a video game, okay? Please stop treating love like it's a trash. Someday you can get it, another day you can throw it out. It's not. So, people who have benefited from you putting yourself last and you putting your, betterment, yourself, like, at the last in the list of priorities in your life. So only these people have benefited from you playing small. And when you now when you learn to set healthy boundaries and say no to them, that's when these people are no longer going to benefit from you, from your growth, from your improvement, from your success, from your true deep self love. And that's why they will try to project on you and humble you down. So be careful and just don't be yourself, but make sure you know what you want in life. Be clear in this. Do you really want a person like this who tries to dim your light in order to shine better in theirs? Or you just love the feeling this person gives to you? That in itself there will solve your entire problem. And if you have a very, triggered attachment system, it will help you to detach immediately. Okay? Because true love is not like this. True love means really loving that person and accepting them for who they are truly. And if you cannot really love the actions, the person that is standing in front of you right now with all of their, you know, lessons and everything that this person has gone through, and they have become this, you can say, finished project in front of you that they are today. If you cannot accept that and you don't really like that, you just like the idea of how it feels to be with this person, well, then you're going to attract superficial relationships, and it's not going to, be a very divine partner, union kind of relationship and love, okay? It's just going to be that give and take type of relationship where it's transactional and casual relationships. That's never going to really fulfill your desire in love. It's only going to, make you feel drained. Because the real desire here, you have to understand, is you and not them. That's the real desire, okay? Yeah. And if you can see love as a feeling instead of seeing love as an outcome, you can already see that you have love in every aspect and corner of your life, that you can already feel it and give it to yourself so much that you no longer need or feel the need to, attract it or truly try to manifest it from outside. When you stop doing all those, putting in those extra efforts to, manifest, to attract love, or to go around chasing, because energetically, you may not be physically chasing them, but energetically you're still chasing them. And that thing, that desperation, that little kind of, attachment, still does not make love come into your life. One thing about love is you need to understand that the whole concept is to be free. The whole point of love in life is supposed to set you free. to make you free. Because when you truly love someone and you truly care about someone, what do? You set them free. You do not hold back this person. You do not hold them back in their life from their dreams, from their energy, from them putting their energy in their dreams, goals, and in their own self care and self love. You do not do that, all of this stuff, right? You do not let this person stay emotionally broke and immature. So when you do meet such a person who is emotionally immature in love, right, and they are not in the same level of growth or something maturity that you have, you need to let them go. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to love, but also set yourself free from that and set that person free from it as well. Because either this person, now what happens is they grow with you and not from you, not from you, your energy, you putting more effort, more love, or more chasing into them to make them, stay or love, fall in love with you. No, no, that's not how they are going to grow. You let this person put their own energy, their own efforts, and level up in their own life and grow to meet together and be with you and grow with you. By that's what I mean by grow with you. Okay. If that does not happen, then you outgrow them or you outgrow them. Okay. Thus making in space for something that is more in alignment with your deepest kind of love that you have for yourself from inside. Okay. To come in, you need to allow something that is more in alignment with your highest good in life when it comes to love, especially, and surrender, trust the process, let go, and give it to God. That is all. Give it to God. Because at the end of the day, you are not in control when it comes to love. You are not in control of the outcome. You don't know where it's going to take you. Okay? But one thing, you don't know if love is going to work out always. It doesn't sometimes, and it's okay. It's fine. But one thing for sure is you are not going to lose yourself anymore. And you are still going to have yourself no matter what at the end of the day. And that is what going to make you rich. That is what going to make you succeed in life. And that is what is needed and required for you to fall in love more with yourself. You need you. You do not need your absence or your focus on other people or attracting people from outside in love, and then abandon yourself and the vision that God has given to you and the love that you already hold and carry within yourself. When you're not nurturing it, when you're not using it to, make your dreams come true and the vision that you have in your heart come true, you're not going to get anywhere in life like that. You need to come back home into yourself and make yourself the center of your own universe. Love or people alone from outside are not going to be the center of your universe. You are the center of your universe, and you are hence the love of your life. It's not because people from outside can't meet you at your level of growth or they are not willing to rise. No. Okay? No. It's but because no matter what they do, you still choose yourself and love yourself for you, not for them. And that's when you switch the game from chasing to becoming inevitably magnetic, powerful, and attractive when it comes to love. And watch how people are chasing you Everybody wants to be with you. People are obsessed with you when you are obsessed with yourself. People don't become obsessed with you when you're obsessed with others, constantly looking at other people's lives and their stories. That's not how you make other people fall in love with you or obsessed with you. You want to make other people fall in love with you? Make sure you are in love with yourself and obsessed even to a degree that looks unhealthy sometimes for you, to know that you are not meant to settle for anything less than what you deserve, especially when it comes to love and relationships, because you have a choice and you get to be the one who decides what you allow or what you do not allow anymore. That is all. That is all for today. That is all that I wanted to teach you when it comes to love and how to detach from love. If you can give yourself and that feeling of love and match the frequency of love even before someone from outside can give it to you or some person from outside can show up for you, imagine you do not need that person anymore to give you anything. That's why I'm saying, when you attach yourself to a feeling, you're not going to hold this person back in their life. You would let them either grow with you or outgrow from your life. You're not going to stick around out of loneliness, fear, or attachment, or out of your empathy or healing. No. You're rather, if you truly ever love this person, you'll let them going to go and let them heal themselves. Okay? And work on themselves. And even if it means it's without you. And what happens here is you're no longer attached to this person, you just want that feeling. And when you can naturally invoke that feeling in you of love, of how it feels to be loved and taken care of and truly seen fully in all of the deep parts that sometimes you feel like you need to hide from others, when you start acknowledging yourself in those deeper parts of you with love and show up for yourself with much love and respect. For example, like that may be as simple as you taking sauna baths, hair spas, body massages, facial massages, lymphatic drainage, any nervous system relaxation things, and things that really helps you light up from inside and it makes you so happy and glowing and radiant from inside. That is how you invoke those feelings of love within you. And imagine when you can already give it to yourself so much in abundance. Do you really think other people from outside really matter that much anymore? Whether they give any love to you or not, or whether they project hate onto you or not. None of that matters, whether they like you or not. Because you like yourself more than anyone else. And you love yourself regardless of anyone or anything does love you or does not love you, does not really matter to you anymore. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point of how you detach. You no longer feel the need. Yeah, you know that someone is going to come forward to you and offer you the love that you deserve. We have hopes for that. Everyone should have hopes for love in their life. I'm not telling you to give up on love or anything, but when you give up on trying to figure out who that person is going to be that you're going to end up with, or why has this person still not come yet in my life, why am I not getting anyone, why is my life so dry, when you stop shitting yourself with all of those questions, rub those questions off and shift the focus back onto you and how am I feeling right now? How do I want to feel love in my life? Not in regards with anyone from outside, but how do I want to be loved? Do I really feel safe to be loved by me, by my partners fully when it comes to relationships and dating experiences that I've had before? Did I feel safe to be fully loved and acknowledged by that person, or did I feel judged somewhere or not fully accepted for the standards and the picture that I have inside my head about what kind of love I'm meant to have in this lifetime? Now that's the vision in your heart. It's not just there for you to stab over it or stamp over it. No, it's there for you to realize you are meant for that highest kind of divine love. And when you're meant for such a divine highest love, you're never going to settle for anything less. The universe is never going to let you do that. No matter how much you try to hold back any person or hold on to any person that is not in really alignment with your highest good, no matter how much you try, heal, give, forgive, or try to be there for them, unless and until you come into alignment with yourself, forgive yourself for things, people, places, situations that you have tolerated and accepted before, unless you come into that self acceptance, which is also a form of self love, unless you start really healing yourself about all of the things that you entertained that you shouldn't have entertained, and when you really, really stop feeling like you're not worthy or you're not good enough, like because of these people who could not love you the right way and show up for you the way you needed them to be. When you stop making it about other people, you stop being a victim to love in your life, right? The only way to stop being a victim when it comes to love is realizing you are the fucking main character in your story, and no one from outside can take that love away from you, or the worth and value and the power that you have within you. Think of it like for example, someone is going to buy a home, a house, or a land in, let's take for example, I'm staying in a place called Nashville in USA, okay, in California. So this luxurious apartment called Nashville, I want to be there, like I want to stay there, so I'm paying my rent to be there, right? um, and what happens is I find this room that I gave my a designer, my home designer, architecture, whoever that is, to have this exact design that I want in my dream house. I have that picture in my head, and I give that designer house pic, like plan to my architecture, whoever that is, okay, to my home room decor. I don't know what is that. Anyways, and this person tells me that this room is actually smaller than the picture that I have in my mind. And what happens is, so this is not my dream home, clearly. The home is, the rent is affordable. The home also has big, this home also has big windows that is really very clean, clear, and spacious, and it makes you feel very, like a fresh breath of air. So all of these features and things that this architecture, my designer, he's explaining to me about this apartment, okay. But internally, I don't really want that. You know, I want exactly what I want, and not really this apartment. So what happens is, if I did settle, if I did settle in that apartment, internally, I would know that this is not where I'm meant to be. You will always know, your intuition will know this, that does not really feel good, does not really, align with me. So, what happens is, I say no to this offer. Hence, my intuition tells me that no, this is not the house that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else. Now, next time I get the exact house that I'm searching in that area, and I get the exact apartment of with bigger rooms and the windows. Yeah, they might not be that big, but it is small, but it is pretty. But I wanted bigger rooms. That was the condition. That was what I was looking for. So now I get this home, this apartment that I want to stay in because that is exactly what I want. So you do realize now this earlier home, this earlier apartment in Nashville that I rejected, that my architecture was, you know, you can say, kind of begging me and not really begging me, but forcing me, not forcing me either, but really trying to convince me to buy. You can say convince me to buy, yeah. So does the value of that apartment decreases just because I did not buy it? No. 1 week later, I see that someone in my neighbor buys that exact same apartment that I rejected, and they already book it and it is already theirs. It's taken. Just like I took my home when I got it exactly what I want. The other person, the other, I don't know, business merchant or some neighborhood that was a business merchant or whatever, they took that earlier apartment that I did not take. Okay, so does the value of this apartment decreases just because I did not choose them? Same goes for your worth when it comes to you facing rejection and love. Just because this person did not choose you does not mean your value goes down, because now it's making space, it's clearing up all the old stuffs and old energies and old debris from your life. And that can look like your life falling apart, but it's actually falling back together in place. And it might not make sense at all, but stick with me, trust the process, trust in universe, and watch what unfolds without control. Surrender. Okay, especially when it comes to love and in all other aspects of your life. Control is not going to, it's control is something that comes from our ego. Our ego wants to know everything, one step ahead, 10 steps ahead, but that's not how life goes for us, for all of us. It does not work that way. You can't predict every time what's going to be happening next, right? So control is just an illusion that you want to feel like safe, because control makes you feel like safe, like you at least have a basic idea ki ha, this is what it's going to be, like this is where I'm going to end up, or this. But the universe is going to fuck up with the whole entire plan that you have for yourself. Why? Because you have asked for this, you have asked for that highest form of divine love, the vision that you have inside your heart. For that vision to unfold, you need to let go and wipe out with the universe, along with the universe together, anything and everything that's not in alignment with this highest good in your life, right? With this highest divine love in your life that you want. Exactly, right? So that's why when you trust, surrender the process, and you have done everything, and you have been loving yourself fully, and you really no longer have any expectation or attachment from outside, you're no longer attached to anything from outside, you just know that everything is an experience, and you are just here in this human body suit, meant to experience this vast life with its own taste, colors, and different kind of energies basically around you, and get to enjoy everything. Like, you don't really care about at this point about the, you know, what can I say, people that you meet. It's not really just about the people that you meet, it's about the feeling you get. We all human beings, we thrive here to feel. We love to feel. We love to love in life, and that's the thing we are living for, literally. So when you think of it like that, you are no longer attached to any person, place, situation, idea. You are attached rather to your goals, to your mission, to the you're sticking, not really attached, but sticking to the vision that you have in your head. That's a better term that I would like to use instead of using attachment. Okay, attachment is the root of all suffering. And what are you really afraid of losing in life when nothing in this world actually belongs to you? Not even your own body. Someday you're going to die and you will leave this body. What's all going to stay with you is the soul. So does it really matter at this point who is going to, be the one who you end up with? No, it's about the feeling. It's about the exact vision that you had inside your head. Okay, this is what I wanted to feel all along. And if you're already giving it to yourself from now, you are being prepared by God in this kind of falling apart period and waiting period, and trusting the process and surrendering yourself to God period, right? So you're preparing yourself to be loved the way you want to be loved in life from outside. And when you're already feeling all of those feelings of love every single day by these deep self care routines and rituals, and you can say little kind of, you know, things making you feel really seen and loved from inside. So you're incorporating all of those little kind of things and rituals that really invoke those feelings of love in your life. So when you are already meeting that frequency of love, of highest true form of love, do you really think you will not meet someone from outside that mirrors back the exact same frequency you are vibrating at? Honey, the universe is not created that way. And if I could tell you how I'm getting the image inside my head right now when I'm talking about this, you are exactly going to be locked up, okay? By the person. Not in a bad way, okay? Don't get nasty. You're going to be locked up by the person. It's cuffing season, okay? You're going to get cuffed up, okay? So buckle up and be ready, because be ready to, be swept off your feet from the ground. Swept off from your feet on the ground. What was that? I don't know what was that thing called. Anyways, so yeah, that's when you're free to love, because you are no longer attached to any person, any future with them, or anything like that. You're just, you can give yourself that feeling as well. And what's the point of being in love with a person or being in a relationship with them, if you do not actually want this person, but you only want the feeling, the idea, the future that you have? Because that future is just not going to play out in regards to this person if you do not, if this person is not really the dream come true, or the person that you actually want to be with. That's the whole point. Detachment becomes so easier when you get this. Ask yourself every freaking time I get into some kind of, I don't know, a little bit of attachment. I don't get into severe kind of any such um, ruminating kind of stages, or reminiscing about my, partners, whether it's my partner that I'm currently dating, or the partner that I have dated in the past. I don't keep ruminating in my head about them or obsessing over them. No, that whenever I obsess, the energy I'm sending, because I'm thinking about them, that also sends energy to this person, right? They are going to benefit from that. Why would I do that? Why would I literally drain my energy? And this is not going to be true love then. True love does not makes this energetic imbalance. True love is not going to be like you obsessing over them, fantasizing about them, and this person nothing really does anything for you. Like the action is null, it's void, or you can say non-existent. That's not how. That's when you get attached. That's when you get obsessed. I would say rather, because this person is not giving you anything. That makes you feel like you need to earn them, you need to chase them, you need to win them. So, and you need to, feel like, yeah, this person, by trying to win them, you just want to prove to yourself that, yeah, you are worthy of love, of this person's love, especially because they were not giving in to you. So, why do you want to do that kind of shit? That is not love. That is not true love. Stop making love so you can say toxic and dirty. Okay, that's not how it works in this. It might work in this matrix 3D world that is full of superficial ego type of shits, but trust me, in the spiritual world it does not. Love is not like this. Love is free, it's unconditional, it's not a give and take. You give, I take, you take, okay, kind of thing. You give, I take, or I take, you give. That kind of transactional, like your relationship, like you're just depositing money in your bank account and then you're withdrawing your money from your bank account. That's not how it works here in the spiritual 5D world. It might work in the 3D world matrix that we are staying in, but F that matrix, okay? I don't give a shit about that matrix and the stuffs that are happening right here. You want to say I'm delusional, I'm magical, and I believe in magic? Go ahead and say it. Because I don't care. If it works for you, it works for you. If it works for you, it works for you, baby. Why are you bothered? Why is it causing you an issue? If it does not work for you, and you didn't actually, it works for everyone. If they really try to tap into their divine essence, most people are disconnected from themselves, and that's why they keep attracting people and relationships that are totally not at all what they want in life. And that's why they settle. These people are exactly the ones that also want you to give up on your dreams, and that hence they will tell you things like, oh, you have too high standards, you need to humble, you need to settle, you need to, of course it's life, you need to sacrifice and compromise certain things, or in order to be loved you need to be a good student, or in order to receive love you need to be a good kid. These are the same people, those toxicos, as you can say. I can label them anything, but I don't love label. I hate labeling people, okay, like that, but it is what it is. It's just their actions and the things they do. Can't just, unsee that anymore. It's pretty clear, right? Like day. It's pretty clear. Like day, I can't even ignore it anymore. So, anyways, eventually you will come to this point of evolution when you understand that this matrix is completely, nothing is real here. And everything, this person, this me, that I can touch and see and feel myself, literally it's all an illusion. What if I told you the entire earth is just a simulation? Would you believe in me, or would you say that I'm some crazy kind of drugs person? You might say that I'm crazy kind of drugs person, or I'm high or something like that. But truly, who are you if I rip away your entire identity, your entire personality, if I rip apart all of that, who are you really? Truly, from inside, ask yourself this question: if I had no identity, no labels to live up to, who would I be? Who would I want to be? That's the true you. Okay? Because this labels, this identities that we, you know, bound ourselves to, that we attach ourselves to, or try to keep ourselves fixed in that one identity for the rest of our life, just because of our own limiting beliefs or other people's limitations that have been put onto us. What if we throw away all that? Throw away every label, banner, every kind of pedestal that other people have put you on. What if you disappoint? If doing so, you disappoint a lot of whole population. If you keep disappointing them, but what if in that whole process you truly find yourself, and you truly find who you are and what you're meant to do and become in this lifetime? Would you care about this, what is going on in this matrix and 3D world and more than? Would you care? Because everything is just an illusion, walking illusion talking to you. Like literally, this identity, my name, Aishi, everything, the labels that other people put onto me, whether it be good or bad or neutral, whatever that is, who would I be if I had none of that? That is who I am. That is the truth. Because you have no labels, you have no identity left to, attach yourself in. Now you're free. That's freedom, that's enlightenment, that's real love. Real love does not tell you to shrink yourself or dim yourself down to one identity, to one outcome, attach yourself to one outcome. It does not ask you to do all of those things. And the right person in your life will never also ask you to sacrifice or compromise your worth, your value, and your standards. It's only the wrong people that you're going to meet, and your attachment towards these people, that is going to make you feel like every day question your worth and never really feel like you are truly loved by this person. Because yes, this person is not the one for you, and you are here still with this person because you just want that feeling. You want that feeling of love, but this person is not even able to give that to you. And the way you are staying with this person, still, even after all that they have done to you, just shows a massive reflection on your part as well. Because you have to admit, sometimes we ourselves get toxic, okay, become toxic, and we tend to settle for people and things and situations, or stick around them for too long, you can say. Not really, attach ourselves. I would not use that word attach, but we tend to stick around too long before we finally let go of someone. That's what I mean. Why do you want to, you know, be with someone that you do not truly want or love them at all? But you just want that feeling, because if you just want that feeling, you can already give it to yourself, even with or without anyone from outside giving you that feeling and love. Okay, that's the whole point. It's already solved there. Why make it more complicated? Love is not supposed to be so complex, hard. It's not that hard. Trust me, it's not that hard as you try to, people try to make it for you. It's not hard to love you. It's not. It's only the wrong people that will make you feel like it's hard to love you or to really commit to you and be with you fully. It's only the wrong ones that maybe they know your worth, but they will act like they don't, because they don't want you to, shine in your energy and in your light and realize your worth. Because these people, they benefited from you putting yourself last and not realizing your worth. That's the whole point. That's why they didn't want you to, level up and shine. Why would they want that? They are not in true love with you. People who truly loves you, man, trust me, they never hold you back. Because the biggest type of manipulative, controlling, dominating, and you can say, is there a better word other than toxic? I would say toxic, anyways. It's only the toxic, manipulative people. Huh, that would, that's what I would say. Manipulative people, okay, that want to, stay small, play small. So they do not want you to succeed or grow or outshine them because they have this deep fear. Even it happens in love and relationships, okay? Your partner might really feel like you're making more money than him, and they might try to, outshine you. You may someday, you might, your partner, even though they are making more money, I mean, let's take for example, your partner earns more than you, but your partner sees your potential, okay? The way you can shine so bright and you have this radiant energy and aura about you, and you really love people and you love to love and give love. You're a very loving, kind, and genuine person, the most genuine that anyone has ever met in their whole lifetime, okay? That's what makes you rare. So your partner knows all these qualities that you have, okay? What happens? He starts getting insecure, feeling jealous, and trying to, because this fear creeps in within him. What if you outperform him, outshine him someday, and you become someone more rich, or you can say more better than what he is? Because this is not true love then. Just know that this person is not. He is not in love with you. He just wants to have what you have. That is your energy. That is your aura. And he just wants to have this. See, women have this natural life force, this natural life creating energy within them. Literally, women are the portals to give birth to both girls, boys, to both men and women. So, literally, nothing is impossible for a woman, okay? Everything is possible. Women are there in so many fields these days. They are working men's job, they're working so many jobs, okay, once at a time, plus handling their home. So this exactly what is makes men in our society, the men who are not really, liberated, and they are not elevated or mature emotionally. It's only this broke, emotionally immature people inside, fucked up people inside their head, that will try to make you feel like, you need to dim your light, and they will try to make you question your worth and feel insecure when you are with this kind of people who try to make you question your own value and worth and energy. Oh, you really think you're all of that? What's the point of doing the job anyways? You're going to be a just stay at home wife. You don't have to do work, you don't have to do anything. So these kind of statements, this is not true love. That's when you know you are in the wrong place, you're in the wrong room. And when you know you're in the wrong room, make sure you exit, or else no one else from outside but you are the only person who is going to regret for settling for something that you're no longer in alignment with. You never were in alignment with to begin with. For you to even get into such a kind of relationship, if you have ever gotten into such kind of, I don't know, relationship or not, but the whole point. Anyways, I went from identity labels, outcomes, illusion, simulation, and to love and relationship